Hello and welcome to the I Am Her podcast. My name is Abby, and today I'm going to be talking about the fact that you are not behind. Things happen in their own perfect timing for a reason, and sometimes I think it's really hard to remember that. And I know for me, I always am forgetting that. Um, and society will try to tell you that, you are behind and that everyone is living their dream life except you. And you have all these things and rules and stipulations that you have to complete and accomplish before you are worthy or can be happy. And that is just so, so not true. Oh, first of all, you need to see my nails. They are so freaking cute. My sister did them and I'm obsessed. Like, just a side note, I used to do press-ons and they would always fall off and get caught in my hair when I'm washing my hair, and they would like pull my hair and it was so freaking annoying. And now I like literally look forward to having my nails done. And I literally love them. My sister's so talented. Anyway, the first thing I want to talk about through this is social media because I feel like in this day and age, it is so much harder to not feel like you are behind or you are doing something wrong because it's literally being pushed in your face 10 million times a day, all day, every day of the week. And it's so, so exhausting. Like, it's impossible to not feel like you are not behind. For instance, I live in Utah, and Utah is a very Mormon state. I'm not Mormon, and no shade to Mormons, but they be getting married really quick, okay? Like right out of high school. And there's nothing wrong with getting married quickly. I'm not hating on that whatsoever. It's just something that is very, very common here in Utah. Everybody's getting married, everybody's having kids super early. And it kind of makes you feel like, oh, what am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me? I need to hurry and get on that. But the truth is, you have so much time, and it actually does you more harm, so much more harm, to rush into getting married and having kids just because society is telling you to. Like, those are huge, huge responsibilities and decisions to make. And they are not something to be made light of. And they're not something just to do because you think you have to do it, because you could be ruining your whole life doing something that you don't want to do, or potentially trapping yourself. So I think it's so important to remember, hey, I need to do what makes me happy and what feels right for me and not what I think I'm supposed to do. Because think of all the things in history that people were supposed to do that were very harmful and not sustainable or okay. I'm not saying that about marriage, but you know what I mean. Um, and social media, you are literally comparing someone's highly edited aesthetic life to your own messy but beautiful life. Like, life is beautiful because it's messy. If there is no balance, it's not as beautiful. Like, you need to have a balance. There is a push and pull. With good, there has to come bad. And social media doesn't show the bad all the time. I mean, sometimes it does, but for the most part, people are just showing you their favorite parts. And so you're looking at their accounts and you're stalking them and you're like, oh, this is not what my life looks like. It's not what their life looks like. Nobody's life is perfect and nobody's life is their social media presence. Literally, my social media, my life looks, I mean, it's my life, but it's also not. Like, there were times that I would be posting something or like a cute aesthetic picture on my story, but I'm actually not having fun at the event that I'm at, but I'm still going to post it. Like, you do not know the whole story, and you have to remember that. Also, keep in mind, posts are edited and people edit their bodies all the time. People use filters. So don't compare your life, but also do not compare your body or your looks or aesthetics, because social media is just so fake. It's so, so, so fake. Um, and it makes you feel like shit. Like, just being on it and stalking people and feeling bad about yourself is doing you absolutely, that's just doing you harm. That is not doing you any good. And that's causing you more harm, and it makes you sulk and feel like you're not enough, but you are more than enough. For example, someone could be posting that they're on vacation and you're seeing all these people travel all the time and you're like, wait, I want to travel. Well, maybe they're in credit card debt because they're traveling. And you see health Or you see someone in a relationship and they're posting cute couple pictures and you're like, I want a boyfriend. You have no idea what is going on behind the scenes. That could be a very toxic, unhealthy relationship. I have to remind myself that all the time when I see that, because I'm a lover girl and I'm like, you know what? There were times where I was in a relationship and I was unhappy. Like, I have to tell myself that when I see everybody in a relationship around me, I'm like, I do not need to just hop into a relationship because it's the right thing to do. Like, I don't want to have a boyfriend just to have a boyfriend. I want to have the love of my life. I want someone because I want them and who they are as a human being, not the title or the relationship title, because I don't care about that. Like, people will try to tell you you need to be in a relationship, and people will tell you that you are not going to be happy until you find your person, but that is literally straight bullshit. I literally never feel more at peace and happy than when I'm single. When I'm single, I am at peace. And I'm not saying you can't be happy in a relationship. I've been very happy in relationships, but there is such a beauty to being single. Like, come on. It is amazing to have so much time for yourself and have all this energy to be able to pour into yourself and your friendships and your dreams. Like, once you get married and have kids and have a partner, you can still work on yourself, but all you have a huge chunk of time taken away, especially if you have kids. Like, you will hardly have any time for yourself. So enjoy it. Don't look at it like, oh, I'm single. I'm single. I don't have anybody. You have you, and you have literally all this time to pour into you and your other loved ones. And love is everywhere, even if it's not in a relationship per se or like a couple. There is love everywhere in your family, in your friends. Like, pour it into them. For me, something that I did when not being in a relationship, because I like have so much love to give, I would give it to my friends and my family and buy my family flowers and my mom, and like take my friends out on dates, not literal dates, but like I poured into them, and it was so fulfilling. And it's like, you do not need a partner or a companion to fulfill you and complete you. You complete yourself, by the way. Um, but yeah, you will see people in relationships and you will see couples, but it is never the full story. And there are so many relationships that are struggling and you just don't know. You just don't know that. And don't just jump into a relationship because you want the title. The person that you are in a relationship with, if you get in that relationship just to have a boyfriend or have a girlfriend, they will be able to pick up on that. I have been in a relationship where I could kind of tell that my boyfriend at the time only wanted me there because he just wanted a girlfriend, like to have the title of, oh, I have a girlfriend. They will pick up on that. And you, again, you want to be with someone who actually you have such a strong connection with, and you're not just lovers, but you're best friends. Like, the next person I want to be with, I want them to be my, not only my lover, but my best friend. Like, having an emotional connection, a sexual connection, a spiritual connection, everything. Like, don't settle. I personally am pretty strict with my standards. Like, no, 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 no. You got to be good, because I already love spending time by myself and time alone. I don't need somebody else to make me happy. Like, I can do that on my own. So if you want to come in and be my partner, you have to like really meet all my standards, because I'm not playing around anymore. I'm just not. Um and it's not just with relationships, don't just do something because you think you have to. Don't just go to college because, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do, even if you don't want to go to college. Like, do what you want to do. Society will push this narrative again and again and again, but it literally does not matter what society wants. They're not living your life. You are the only one who's living your life. And maybe you see people on social media posting with a million friends and a big friend group, but what you don't know is maybe those friends are rude to each other, and behind the scenes they're gossiping and they're talking shit on each other. Like, you wouldn't even want friends like that anyways. And everything happens in its own divine timing. Like, sometimes you will go through phases and you're like, oh, I have no friends. And then boom, you have amazing friends and amazing people in your life. It all is about timing. And our life does not have a timeline. You do not have to meet certain deadlines. There is no deadline to get married. There is no deadline to have kids. There's no deadline to graduate. Everything happens when it's meant to happen for you. And you rushing it and putting so much pressure on it and be like, oh, this has to happen, is going to only make it not happen and push it further away because you're so, like, you can't force it. You have to just let things happen on their own and let timing unfold things how it's meant to be, because forcing stuff is never going to work, and that's never going to bring you what you actually want. And that kind of reminds me of like when I was in junior high, like in middle school and high school, everyone's like, oh, who's your crush? Who's your crush? Like sometimes I wouldn't be attracted to anybody and I wouldn't have a crush, but I would force myself to have a crush because I'm like, well, I need to have a crush. Like everybody else has one. I need to have one too. So I would force myself to like somebody when in reality, I didn't even really like them. I just needed to have a crush. And then they'd be like, oh, you like me. And now you're like, great. Now I have to hug them in the hall. Like, you know what I'm saying? It goes like that with everything, with jobs, whatever it is, every aspect of your life. Do not force it. Let it happen on its own. And I know that sometimes, and it's also, okay, it's also hard because when you grow up, there is a timeline. Like as a child, there's a timeline. You have kindergarten, preschool, elementary school, junior high, middle school, high school, graduate. It's like everything is kind of laid out for you, even to your days, like the school schedule. And it's kind of nice. Like honestly, I miss being a kid and having everything laid out for me and not really having to worry so much about what it is I want and like this is what I have to do. And so once you get out of that, people in their 20s kind of freak out because they're like, oh, well, what do I do? It's not like laid out for me. No one's telling me, hey, this is what you have to do next. It's just kind of up in the air and what society thinks the right thing is. But it has to be what you want. I feel like being an 18-year-old as a senior and having my counselors tell me like, okay, what is it that you want to do? And like having to know what your major is crazy at 18. Like you haven't even had time to go and explore the world at that point. Like everything has just been handed to you. Everything's been told to you. You don't even know exactly who you are at 18. And to tell an 18-year-old and a child, even like 16-year-olds, like, okay, you got to decide what you want to do. What I wanted to do at 18 is nothing compared to what I want to do now. Like I just think that is crazy, and I feel like I'm like pro wait till you know what you want to do to like go to college. I don't know. I just think that's insane to put that much pressure on young kids and young adults to figure it out when they are so young and they don't even know exactly what it is they want in life. Because I think jumping into things that you're unsure of sometimes can be beneficial, but I think that that can be scary and, potentially doing something that you don't actually want to do. For instance, like marriage is just the first thing that comes to my mind because I live in Utah and I've heard so many stories and I've seen so many loved ones go through a lot of hardship because they got married because they were told they have to. And if they didn't, they would go to hell. Okay, I won't get into the religion aspect of it, but let's just say it has caused a lot of harm, especially on women, because it's like you need to find a husband, you need to do this, you need to be a mother. Like the greatest gift and your greatest duty in life will to be a mother. And I don't think that's true. I think that being a mother is a beautiful thing, and of course it's a gift, but that is not all that you are. You are not just a wife, you are not just a mother, you are so much more than that. And I have seen so many times people get married because they have to, or they think that they have to, and then they stay trapped in a relationship their whole life with their partner being mean to them or belittling them, abusing them, and they just think that it's fine and it's okay because that's what they have to do. But you do not have to do that. Like you are worth so much more than just your relationship status, just your career or your friends. You are you. I think it is better to wait to know what you want. And again, I'm just going to use the marriage example. Like, if you you can see other people getting married, and then later on they're like 40 and they're like, you know what, this marriage has been horrible for years and years, I have to leave. And then they're single at 40, which there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, if you wait and you realize, okay, I'm not just going to jump into a relationship with something and someone that I'm not sure of and I don't really know if I love them or not, and test the waters and see what it is that you truly want in a relationship and out of life, and then you find and meet your person that without a doubt you want to be with. And who cares if it's later in life? Who cares if you don't get married at 21? Like, wait until the perfect timing and when the time is right for you. And by the way, I think that you can still be married young and meet the love of your life. I'm not saying you have to wait. Like, there are plenty of cases where people meet someone very young and they know that that's their person and they stay married forever, and that's beautiful. But I don't think that's everybody. Sorry, my cat is moseying around and he loves to be on camera. So he's going to stay here for the show, I'm assuming. um But it doesn't matter what society thinks. It is your life and you need to do what makes you happy. I um always say trust in divine timing, because for me, I got out of high school and I was like, okay, I guess I need to go to college, and I was majoring in English at the time. And I was like, I guess I'll be like an English teacher or a writer or something. I wanted to be a writer. Um which is great, and I still kind of do want to be a writer, but I don't think I really need a college degree for that. Okay, take that out. I was majoring in English and I was just going to see what I could do with it because I was good at English at the time. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But I wasn't really passionate about it. But so I dropped out of school because I was like, you know what? I don't want know what I want to do, and I don't want to waste so much money. And school at the time was taking a huge toll on me, and I was struggling with my mental health. So school was just not serving me at the time. So I dropped out, didn't know what I wanted to do, spent like 2 years just working random jobs, had no clue what it was that I wanted to do with my life. And then I had my spinal cord injury, and I became partially paralyzed and disabled, and I went to tons of physical therapy and realized how much my physical therapist made an impact on me and how much they helped me. And having good physical therapists made an immense difference in my mental health, my life, and my physical health. And it made me realize that I, without a doubt, want to go into physical therapy. And so now I went back to college and I'm studying physical therapy because I know for sure that it's what I want to do. And I am so glad that I didn't just rush into something else, and that I'm not like, oh, well, I'm already so far in this degree. So whatever. I feel like I'm so glad that I took the time to just explore and see what it is that I like and know who I am. And now I'm going into something that I for sure want. And I am probably behind compared to other college students. Not actually, but I'm still at the beginning of my college experience. And a lot of people my age are a lot further in it who have gone to college. But that does not mean that they are further in life than me. And it doesn't mean that they are further in life than you. It is just how the cookie crumbles. And I'm glad that I waited. And it's okay that I'm 23 and still getting my associates. I think that that's perfectly fine. And some people go to college way later in life. And I think it doesn't matter when you go, it literally makes no difference. You will go if you want to, and things will happen right when they're supposed to. And I'm not saying everything happens for a reason, because some things just happen and they suck. But I think things happen in good timing. And sometimes we have to trust in that and trust in divine timing. Things happen when they're supposed to. And I have seen so many times in my life where I'm like, oh, I want this to happen so bad right now. And then a few years pass and the thing happens. And I'm like, wow, this actually is perfect timing. Because if this were to happen back then when I wanted it so badly, it actually would not have worked out. And now it's going to work out great. There are so many examples of that have happened I think, for everybody. And sometimes you just have to realize that and remember that when you want something, or if something goes wrong, or you get rejected from a job or a person, like, rejection is redirection, and it's just saving you for something better. Like, don't settle for less, because you deserve the absolute best. This is your life we're talking about. This isn't whatever. Like, you deserve to live your dream life, and you deserve to be happy and embody the dream person and soul that you want to be. And growth is growth without the show. I think times are different because of social media. Like, a lot of us, and me too, I want to show, like, oh, I'm doing good, I'm doing good. But I think it's more important to know within yourself that you're happy and you're doing good than having others know. Like, it doesn't matter what people think. It's more important that you love your life, not that it looks like you love your life, and not that it looks like you're doing good. It matters that you're actually doing good. Like, you don't need to prove to the world or prove to anyone that you are smart, that you are funny, that you are anything. You only need to prove that to yourself. I say, do something that impresses you and go out of your way to impress yourself, but don't tell anybody about it. Like, don't post about it, just do it for you. And I want you to see how good that feels. I have started doing things like that after my breakup, and it has changed my life, honestly, because it made me grow so much closer to myself and love myself so much more, because I'm like, I know who I am and I don't need to tell everybody who I am, because if they love me, they will just see that and they will pick up on that. It only matters what I think of myself, not what anyone else is. I just want to make sure that I know I'm a good person and I know who I am, and I don't need to prove to every single person who disagrees with me or who doesn't like me and make them like me, or show them that I know what I'm doing, or blah, 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 whatever it is. The only person that matters in that instance is you. Impress yourself. Don't impress society. Impress you. And, like, seeds take time to grow. Some things take time. Like, it's literally the saying, good things take time, you know? Nothing worth having comes easy. I just keep repeating sayings. But and I think that makes it better almost, because sometimes when something's just instantly given to you, you're just like, oh, great. But if it's something that you have been working on for so long, and you've been putting in the time and the effort and the blood, sweat, and tears, and then years pass and you finally accomplish it, I feel like that is so much more satisfying, because you put all the effort in it and you are now reaping the rewards, even though it took time. It's just like a tree. Like, seeds are going to take time to grow, and then the apple tree is going to take time, whatever. I don't know how long it takes for apples to bloom, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Trees take time to produce fruit. That goes with us, you know? It's going to take time for our goals to be accomplished. Sometimes things don't happen just like that. And if society is telling you it should, then they are lying to you, and that's wrong. But I think it's also important to enjoy the process, because yes, things take time, but you can enjoy that time because you are learning so much about yourself through that and what it is you like, and you learn how to do things properly. If you're focusing on your career, you learn what it is you need to do to get to that goal point, that destination, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And I think to it's important to celebrate the little accomplishes that you make, not just the huge ones. Like, celebrate all the little tiny wins in life, because tomorrow is never promised, and you need to be proud of yourself for everything that you have done, because so often we will accomplish something and then we're just like, okay, whatever, on to the next. But it's like, no, sit back and applaud yourself. Like, you did that and you worked hard for it, and you deserve to feel satisfied and proud of yourself, even if it's not the biggest thing in the world. Like, we don't need to accomplish major things to celebrate and be proud of ourselves. Like, just by us existing, we deserve love and we deserve to be happy. We don't have to earn happiness through productivity or whatever it is. Like, we can just exist and be alive and be happy without hustling, or, whatever it is that social media tells you that you need to do. And life is beautiful because it's messy. through the hard times, we learn so much about ourselves. Like, I learn the most about myself and I grow the most through hard times in my life rather than good. And I still grow in the good, and we're still going to enjoy those good times. But through the rough patches, that's when I really notice growth within myself. And that's when I learn so much about life and about me. And I want you to ask, every time you feel like you're behind or you say that you're behind, I want you to ask yourself, what am I learning? Instead of why am I so behind? What am I learning that's going on around me? Because I think us growing mentally and emotionally is also just as impressive as, getting a job promotion or being a millionaire. Like, inner growth has that same impressiveness to me. And sometimes we go with years passing and we don't, we don't make this much more money, or we don't advance in a job, but you advance with your inner self. And I think that's just as important, if not more. And you should be proud of yourself. Just because you don't have these assets to look out or to show doesn't mean that you have not grown, and doesn't mean that you have not accomplished things. And so I want you to ask, next time you feel like you're behind, be like, you know what am I learning in my life right now? And your eyes will be open to how much you have actually accomplished and what you have done. And I want to remind you that you are not behind. No one is behind. You are just on a different train track than somebody else. And eventually, things are going to fall into place and make sense. And things will fall into place in their own divine timing. And that's something that I truly, truly believe in, because I've experienced it and seen it so much in my life. Say hello to my cat. He's agreeing. He's okay. He's trying to bite now. Anyway, you are not behind, and you are doing amazing, and you deserve to be happy. And yeah, I think I'll just end it there. My leg is honestly cramping really bad, so I'm going to stop. But thank you so much for listening. And um, I'm distracted by my cat's beauty. Sorry. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this episode, leave a comment and rate the podcast, or send it to someone who you think would like it. And yeah, thank you so much. I will see you guys next week. Mwah.